Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 50. Maratajjaniya Sutta, the Rebuke to Mara. Page 431. Lots of Mara attacks, no? Going on and on and on. So, he's given us a structured approach. What to do when Mara attacks. There are two kinds of attacks of Mara. Okay? Attack which makes you feel very unpleasant, unhappy, which you're very aware of. But there is a pleasant attack also. Yeah? An unnecessary pleasantness, joy, the excitement, and that also kicks you away from your equanimity. You just can't come back to your quiet mind, or you just can't settle down. Too much excitement also is an attack of Mara. Hearing the two attacks, up and down. Clear? So let's see what to do. Thus have I heard. On one occasion, the Venerable Mahamoglana was living in the Bhagda country at Sumaragira in the Besakala Grove, the deer park. Now, on that occasion, the Venerable Mahamoglana was walking up and down in the open. And on that occasion, Mara, the evil one, went into the Venerable Mahamoglana's belly and entered his bowels. Then the Venerable Mahamoglana considered thus, why is my belly so heavy? One would think it full of beans. Thus he left the walk and went into his dwelling, where he sat down on a seat made ready. When he had sat down, he gave thorough attention to himself, and he saw that Mara, the evil one, had gone into his belly and entered his bowels. When he saw this, he said, "Come out, evil one, come out, evil one. Do not harass the Tathagata, do not harass the Tathagata's disciple, or it will lead to your harm and suffering for a long time." It's a very sweet way to put it. Yeah? What happens, no? You're sitting and something happens in your stomach. Oh my God, I need to go to the loo. Something is wrong. Some gadbad. You get up and you go and nothing came. You're like, what rubbish, unnecessary, I disturb my sitting. Mara attack. Yeah, some of you experiencing pain here and there. Yeah, just meditation pain. The moment you get up, go out for a walk, you're enjoying the sunset. There is no pain. The moment you come and sit with eyes closed, suddenly there is pain. Yeah, attack of Mara. And Mara is not somebody else outside in the room, collectively attacking each one of us. No, no. Who's Mara? My own mind, my own ego, my own evil side. I have only fueled it in the past. Nobody else has done this. Do you get it? I am only responsible for that one. I have given it unnecessary power. By my unwholesomeness, I have been doing that in the past, right? It's become very powerful. Something else is more important. Yeah. For example, in the past, if you kept worrying about your health, kept worrying about your health, kept worrying about your health, so Mara knows health is your weak point. So it will say, oh, you're getting a heart attack. Oh, BP is high. Oh, you're not feeling well. Get up, get up. Yeah, it knows that's your weak point. You get up, and that moment there is nothing. Isn't it happening to you? Yeah. You feel, oh, my chest is throbbing, this is happening, that is happening. Yeah? You have fueled your own weaknesses by again and again, again and again, again and again, giving attention to them in the past. And that is attacking you. Understood? Yeah. Now you see what are your attacks. I just gave you health attack because that's the example here. But so many attacks come up in you. Yeah. Some particular craving from the past you have fueled in the past. Attachment to husband, to child. See how your husband and child, all their memories come up. Something unnecessary story in your head comes up. Yeah, you're enjoying your meditation and then you see your husband also meditating and your child also meditating, and you're lost in your dreamy state and you forgot about the meditation where you were, you forgot quiet mind and all, you're gone. You see how Mara just connects some things and then pulls you away. I'm just throwing a few examples that came up in the day. But you see, everybody has their own kind of cravings and aversions. Whatever you fuel, that is what Mara uses as its bait. Yeah, it uses it as a bait to trap you.
Imaginations that comes up you can take in my nice movies.
Yeah, you've watched too many movies. That is Mara's attack on you. All those flashes of movies, action hero. You become an action heroine in your meditation. You're wasting time. What are you dreaming? You're supposed to be meditating and you're seeing yourself as an action hero or action heroine. Because you saw a lot of action movies and kept fueling that. Song coming up again and again. Right? So you know your attacks already, what I'm saying. Yeah. Some people have lots of laziness. Yeah, that's because you have fueled your laziness in the past. You have let it be. You have not done anything to become a little more energetic. You have not recognized it as a hindrance. You've not recognized it as something that needs to be corrected. That's why laziness and sluggishness comes up. Yeah. Then unawareness. Some people are very unaware. In the past you've said, oh, it's okay to be unaware. You have fueled your unawareness. That is coming up. So Mara is where? Inside, there is no Mara hovering on this hall. Yeah, I don't know what you must be thinking. I have to clarify from my side. Very clear? Then Mara, the evil one, thought, this recluse does not know me. He does not see me. When he says that, even his teacher would not know me so soon. So how can this disciple know me? Then the Venerable Mahamoglana said, even thus I know you, evil one. Do not think he does not know me. You are Mara, evil one. You were thinking thus, evil one. This recluse does not know me. He does not see me when he says that. Even his teacher would not know me so soon, so how can this disciple know me? Because it is your own mind doing it, no? You see it. If you're very, very aware, you see your mind is doing these things. It's taking you away. It's really doing its best to pull you away from that meditation, that quiet peace that you are experiencing. Then Mara, the evil one, thought, the recluse knew me. He saw me when he said that. Whereupon he came up from the Venerable Mahamoglana's mouth and stood against the door bar. The Venerable Mahamoglana saw him standing there and said, I see you there too, evil one. Do not think he does not know me. You are standing against the door bar, evil one. It happened once, evil one, that I was a Mara named Dushi. And I had a sister named Kali. You were her son, so you were my nephew. Some relationships come up in your mind, you create all this. Yeah, somebody you like comes up, somebody you dislike comes up, somebody in the family comes up. Yeah. Now, on that occasion, the Blessed One, Kaku Sandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, had appeared in the world. The Blessed One, Kaku Sandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, had an auspicious pair of chief disciples named Vidura and Sanjiva. Among all the disciples of the Blessed One, Kaku Sandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, there was none equal to the Venerable Vidura in teaching the Dhamma. That was how Venerable Vidura came to have the designation Vidura. But the Venerable Sanjiva gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut entered without difficulty upon the cessation of perception and feeling. Yeah? There is a state where you can have cessation of perception and feeling. What is perception? Sanya. And feeling? Vedana. Yeah, it's a higher kind of state. So he entered that state. When he was meditating, very easily he went into that state. It happened once, evil one, that Venerable Sanjiva had seated himself at the root of a certain tree and entered upon the cessation of perception and feeling. Some cowherds, shepherds, ploughmen, and travelers saw the Venerable Sanjiva sitting at the root of the tree, having entered upon the cessation of perception and feeling. And they thought, "It is wonderful, sirs, it is marvelous. This recluse died while sitting. Let us cremate him." Then the cowards, shepherds, ploughmen, and travelers collected grass, wood, and cow dung, and having piled it up against the Venerable Sanjiva's body, they set fire to it and went on their way. Now, evil one, when the night had ended, the Venerable Sanjiva emerged from his attainment. That state of sitting was over now. Of cessation of perception and feeling. It's cessation of what? Feeling. So you don't know what's going on. Do you get it? That's the meaning of cessation. So he shook his robe, and then, it being morning, he dressed, and taking his bowl and outer robe, he went into the village for alms. Okay, so we'll just stop and read what is that? 520. So turn behind. It is on page 1251. 520. One who has attained to cessation, it seems, is not subject to injury or death within the attainment itself. It is said that the attainment protects even his belongings, such as his robes and seat, from destruction. This is said in the commentaries. Okay? It is possible for you to get glimpses of cessation. It's not the full cessation that you experience at this stage. Okay, na? So glimpse means what? For a few seconds you can experience cessation, but you don't experience this full level of cessation yet so easily. It needs a lot of years of practice to get there. Yeah? But it's a very possible state, because you will know by your little glimpse when you get there. Yeah? Not in this retreat, next retreat. Not in next retreat, the retreat after that. Yeah, it's pretty possible. Many people, most of your seniors have got there. Yeah, so it's possible to get glimpse, not.
Yeah.
So he shook his robe, and then, it being morning, he dressed, taking his bowl and outer robe, he went into the village for alms. The cowards, shepherds, ploughmen, and travelers saw the Venerable Sanjiva wandering for alms, and they thought, "It is wonderful, sirs, it is marvelous. This recluse who died while sitting has come back to life. That was how the Venerable Sanjeeva came to have the designation Sanjeeva. Sun with Jiva, life, the one with life, the living one.
Possible, like they burnt him and he's alive.
It's a story, please. We don't know if they really burnt him and he really was alive. They just assumed he was dead. Yeah. There is another sutta where somebody asked Buddha, what's the difference between cessation and death? You come back. Your karma sanskaras have not got exhausted. You will come back. The jiveshana is there. Those who know this word, jiveshana. What is it? Yeah, now that you know the word, it is tanha, to be. That tanha to be is there. And that's why you come back from cessation. Otherwise, there's no point coming back. Why would you come back? Yeah. But you will get a glimpse, don't worry. I will ensure each one of you gets a glimpse of it. Okay? Okay. Then, evil one, the Maratajjaniya, considered thus: there are these virtuous bhikkhus of good character, but I do not know their coming or going. Let me now take possession of the Brahmin householders, telling them, come now, abuse, revile, scold, and harass the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are abused, reviled, scolded, and harassed by you, some change will come about in their minds, whereby the Maratajjaniya may find an opportunity. You're getting this, no? That's how it works with people's minds. When they get into an evil mode, they just want to attack you because they don't like something in you. Yeah? So, the same thing is happening in this situation. Let's read what is 522. 522, that is, by causing defilements to arise in their minds, he will prevent them from escaping from samsara. Yeah? Because all these bhikkhus were meditating and going into cessation. Yeah? And it's a beautiful state to go into where there's no perception, no feeling, absolute lights out. Yeah? So they were escaping from Mara. So Mara doesn't like that. Yeah, Mara is jealous. Yeah, Mara hates that. So Mara wants that somehow now let me instigate these other people to revile, scold, and hurt and harass these bhikkhus so they stop doing what they are doing. Understood? Your mind also works like that, no? Sometimes you put the gun on somebody else's shoulder and shoot. Sometimes other people do that to you. You know, are you getting it? Then evil one, the Maratajjaniya, took possession of those Brahmin householders, telling them, come now, abuse, revile, scold, and harass the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are abused, reviled, scolded, and harassed by you, some change will come about in their minds, whereby the Maratajjaniya will find an opportunity. Then, when the Maratajjaniya had taken possession of the Brahmin householders, they abused, reviled, scolded, and harassed the virtuous bhikkhus of good character thus. Let's look at 523. He takes pains to point out that Mara did not exercise control over their actions, in which case he alone would have been responsible and the Brahmins could not have generated bad karma by their deeds. Rather, Mara caused the Brahmins to imagine scenes of the bhikkhus engaged in improper conduct, and this aroused their antagonism and induced them to harass the bhikkhus. Mara's intent in doing so was to make the bhikkhus give rise to anger and dejection.
What was the first part where you said
So Mara is not doing the action directly. Mara is putting thoughts, bad thoughts into the minds of these people. And then these people are saying bad things to the bhikkhus. If Mara had done the action, then the bad karma does not go to the Brahmins who are doing this. Are you getting it?
Okay.
So that is the first line, that the bad karma would not go to the Brahmins if Mara did the action. Mara is not doing the action. Mara is putting all wrong thoughts. Mara puts wrong thoughts in you, no? Many times. And then you do wrong actions and you create bad karma. Yeah? Who started it? Mara. But who's Mara? It's me only. Mara's doing it. Yeah, Mara's here.
indirectly whether Mara puts or not, bad karma is another.
We have started it. There is no Mara hovering around, I told you. I have encouraged these qualities, bad qualities, in me in the past. I fueled them, pumped them. Bhukto? Deal with it now. Deal with the karma phala. So you remember that then when Mara Dusi had taken possession of the Brahmin householders, they abused, reviled, scolded and harassed the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Thus, these bald-pated recluses, these swarthy, menial offspring of the kinsman feet claim, we are meditators, and with shoulders drooping, heads down and all limp, they meditate, premeditate, out-meditate and mismeditate. They're just making a joke out of the word jhanyati. If you look behind, they'll show it to you. There's no real meaning to these 4 words and it doesn't exist in the dictionary. Yeah. Yeah. Look at 525. Jhanati, pajhanati, nijhanati, apajhanati. Though the verbs individually do not have an established pejorative sense, the string is obviously intended as a denigration. Means to look down upon. Yeah. And the 4 verbs are used to describe the meditation of one whose mind is obsessed by the 5 hindrances. Yeah. As it's just to make fun, to say something bad. That's why they said that. Just as an owl on a branch, waiting for a mouse, meditates, premeditates, out-meditates, and mismeditates, or just as a jackal on a river bank, waiting for fish, meditates, premeditates, out-meditates, and mismeditates, or just as a cat waiting for a mouse by an alley or drain or rubbish bin, meditates, premeditates, out-meditates, and mismeditates, or just as a donkey unladen standing by a doorpost or a dustbin or a drain, meditates, premeditates, out-meditates, and mismeditates, so too these bald-pated recluses, these swarthy menial offspring of the kinsman feet claim, we are meditators, and with shoulders drooping, heads down and all limp, they meditate, premeditate, out-meditate and mismeditate. Now, evil one, on that occasion, most of those human beings, when they died, reappeared on the dissolution of the body after death in a state of deprivation, in an unhappy destination, in perdition, even in hell. Because they did bad karma. And why did they do? Because Mara came and put all these wrong thoughts in their minds. Clear? Story is very clear till here. Then the Blessed One, Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, addressed the bhikkhus thus. Bhikkhus, the Maradushi has taken possession of the Brahmin householders, telling them Come now, abuse, revile, scold, and harass the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are abused, reviled, scolded, and harassed by you, some change will come about in their mind, whereby the Maratajjaniya may find an opportunity. Come, bhikkhus, abide pervading 1/4 with a mind imbued with loving kindness. What is 1/4? One side. Sending out loving kindness to one side. Likewise, the second side, sending out loving kindness to the second side. Likewise, the third side. Yeah. Likewise, the fourth side. So above, below, around, and everywhere, you just send what? Loving kindness. Loving kindness. Metta, it is called metta. So around and everywhere, and to all, as to yourself. So you have to send it to yourself and around and to everyone. Abide pervading the all-encompassing world with the mind imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. Understood the first one? The first one is just loving kindness in all directions. You're sending it to yourself also. Yeah, and just expanding with it. Abide pervading 1/4 with the mind imbued with compassion. Yeah, so now you go back up, and the same process repeats for compassion as well. Likewise, the second, the third, the fourth, so above, below, around, and everywhere, to all as to yourselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with the mind imbued with compassion, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. Clear? That's the second step he taught them. The third step, abide pervading 1/4 with the mind imbued with altruistic joy. Yeah. Again, you come back up. Likewise, the second, the third, the fourth, so above, below, around, and everywhere, and to all as to yourselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with the mind imbued with altruistic joy, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. Yeah. And the fourth, abide pervading 1/4 with the mind imbued with equanimity. Second, third, fourth, above, below, around, everywhere, as to yourselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with the mind imbued with equanimity. Abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. We go to 526 behind. The four Brahma Viharas. Understood the four, right? What are they? Before we read ahead. Loving kindness. In Pali is called Mitta or Metta. Yeah. Second, Karuna or compassion. Now, when you are doing it, you cannot feel the difference because you are so engulfed in it, and loving kindness and compassion feels the same. Yeah, but as you keep practicing and you become more and more sensitive down the years, you'll start differentiating the feeling. You won't realize in the beginning, but later on you'll start realizing the difference in the feelings. Yeah, because the feeling of loving kindness is so similar to compassion. Yeah, and that only compassion then changes to altruistic joy. It's a different joy. It's not like piti. This joy is called mudita. Yeah. It's a different quality. Again, you cannot experience it. Just because you're sending out loving kindness, you start feeling very joyous anyways. Yeah? But it's a subtler joy. It's a very nice, subtler feeling. But because you're sending out loving kindness, you can't figure out where the transition happened from metta to karuna to mudita. So don't even try to figure it out. It's too much at this stage. You just send out the feeling that of loving kindness to everybody. When is he teaching them to do this? When there's Mara's attack. When Mara attacks you, what do you do? What do you really do? You get angry on that person. You start shouting. You are angry that he's saying bad to me. And you start feeling bad about yourself. And then what do? You beat yourself. This is what you have been doing. When somebody scolds you, when somebody harasses you, when somebody reviles you. Haven't you been doing that? Now he's giving you a different technique. The moment somebody else is scolding me, reviling me, harassing me, what am I supposed to first do? How will I send him loving kindness? He's sending all insults my way.
First to myself.
Because I guess we can remind ourselves that just like Mara attacks us, Mara is attacked them. So it's
You have to see that. Oh, Mara has attacked his mind. So even before he started scolding and reviling and harassing and throwing out these insults, how much has he burnt inside? Yeah, he went through that revising of all the insults that he's going to throw out. You come for one-on-one, you sit outside for 10 minutes, a million times you revise what you have to talk to Ekta. Don't you do the same when you want to get angry on somebody at home? You revise it 10 times. You are burning in it. Aren't you burning in it? Have you noticed it? When you bring up hatred, you say, Sham ko aane de, aaj to dekhti hu main. I'm going to see him in the evening. I'm going to see her in the evening. And full day you're revising how you're going to get angry, what you're going to say, what bad things you're going to say. You revise, rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind, play. You are burning in it. So all day you carried the burning coal till evening before throwing it on the other person. Who's burnt first? The person carrying the burning coal. He's suffering. But the worst part, he doesn't know he's suffering. Are you seeing what I'm saying? He is unaware. He's ignorant. He doesn't know he's suffering. Now, when somebody is throwing that burning coal on you, and you know that bichara is suffering, does that person deserve your anger or does he deserve your compassion? You just see it. Yeah, that moment he has thrown that burning coals at you. You are feeling hurt by the burning coals. Whose job is it to heal this? Is he going to heal it? Has any he or she in the world ever healed it? Can you expect anybody to heal this? Who has to do it? I. So first I start with loving kindness for myself. Yeah, if loving kindness is too tough in that moment, start with forgiveness. First, I forgive myself for torturing myself with the same repeated thought about this person. I forgive myself. Feel that forgiveness for yourself first. When you feel it, now I forgive this other person.
Actually, the feeling of compassion inside you for the other person may not do anything to the other person, but it definitely does something to you.
Correct. Correct. That hot coal that had burnt you, it starts healing that. Are you seeing this? Only you can heal yourself. Even if the hot coal came from outside, regard it as some previous karma's karma phalam, which has come now. It was bound to come. Yeah? No point in lashing out and throwing more coals and then getting more coals. I already have 3, 4 burning me. I don't want 4 more. Let's stop here. Let's forgive myself. Let's forgive this guy, this girl, whoever. Yeah. Then generate loving compassion, loving kindness. Send out that loving kindness. May this person also feel this loving kindness that I am feeling. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but from my side, I am radiating it now. Can you do that? Yeah. Just shut up in that moment and go in. Let that person do what he or she has to do. Let them play the drama alone. You quit the drama. Can you do that? Can you quit the drama? Yeah. I'm not going to continue this. You want to keep throwing all alone.
Later, it burns you more.
Because the ego wala quitting will always burn you. I am better than you. See, I'm quitting. But you have not applied loving kindness. You have to actually practice that forgiveness that night. You have to sit for 1 hour. It is not 1 minute wala forgiveness. This is a meditation. That night you have to sit for 1 hour. Forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. Generate that loving kindness for yourself, that peace for yourself. Then radiate it out to that person. And then that only feeling develops into compassion. You might not feel the difference in the feeling, but that's fine. You're a beginner. Soon you will. With continuous practice, you will.
When the vow will help, the others will be angry.
I will not. Others will abuse and revile and scold and harass, and I will not.
Maybe, so when suppose a situation comes, so I can cut the end the drama from my side, and then at night time I'll also do this meditation.
That moment you will have to forgive, otherwise you will not be able to walk out of the room. The ego is so high.
Yeah.
That moment you have to do it. That moment. With your eyes open. So you have to practice this here now. So that if it happens on the day you go home, you know how to deal with it. Why did you come after 10 days? You don't love us. It could start, anything can start. You don't know. Yeah. So you prepare here. Only you can prepare. I already gave you the clue to do forgiveness meditation. Did you do it? Yeah? See, it's so much that I have let those coals burn me. Right? I have only tortured myself. So I have to heal myself. That person is never going to come to heal you. Forget about it. Next lifetime if you're going to wait. And then the next, and the next, and the next. And in one lifetime you might understand. He's not coming. I better do it for myself. I'm telling you in advance only. He's not coming. Do it now. Get it? Forgive yourself. Practice forgiveness every day. Before starting any meditation, sit 5 minutes. I forgive myself for not understanding something today. Whatever it is. Even if nothing has happened wrong. We do Mikchami Dukkadam, no? Yeah? I'm sorry if I have hurt you. If I have. I don't know. If I have hurt you. I forgive myself and I forgive the other person. Or everyone. 5 minutes, forgiveness, then it goes easily to loving kindness. Otherwise, if you're not a happy state, loving kindness, kidhar hai? No love. It's all dry. Got it? No, why I gave you the intermediate step of forgiveness? It's in one of the commentaries to help to generate this loving kindness. Those people who started doing, the monks who started doing, they said it's not easy when you're in a bad state of mind. So intermediate step, just start with forgiveness. And then loving kindness comes up very easily. Got it? So start using it if in meditation somebody is reviling you and scolding you and harassing you. That's where you start doing it. You have to heal all your past wounds to actually become compassionate. It cannot be a false compassion. It's of no use. It won't be a lasting compassion. To really become compassion, you have to heal your past wounds. Clear? Yeah. So when thoughts come up in meditation and are really very mean thoughts and hurting you and all that, okay, let me keep this meditation in the parking lot for 10 minutes and practice forgiveness and loving kindness. You know, automatically loving kindness becomes compassion. Automatically compassion becomes joy. It's a very subtle joy. Yeah, altruistic joy means when you feel like giving that joy to others. That's the meaning of altruistic joy. That wish goes out, may others also be happy. It's a very natural thing to happen. You're not like saying it to yourself and fake. It's not fake. You actually feel it. Yeah, like a free hugs day, a free hugs meditation. Yeah, that is mudita. What you are actually experiencing, that feeling is called mudita. Yeah, that only becomes upekha, equanimity.
I didn't feel the transition, but then I felt that equanimity.
Yeah, you can't feel the transition as a beginner. With practice, you'll get there. Few more retreats, 2, 3, you'll get there. Huh? Very easy. This is the easiest meditation. But then when you're very analytical and very intellectual, so caught up in so many things, want to experience, that time you're not ready for feeling. That time your analysis needs to be satisfied, satiated. So I give that to you. Take a next retreat me. The 526 point. The 4 Brahma Viharas are the appropriate antidote for the hostility of others, as well as for the tendencies to anger and dejection in one's own mind. Got it? So he's given you a proper formula. You understand hostility, no? Other people not being nice with you, saying bad things to you, hurting you, harassing you. That is the meaning of hostility. Yeah? So this is the best antidote. This is the thing you apply even in meditation. Yeah? So when you're not feeling good and too many thoughts of hatred from other people, anger from other people coming up again and again and again and again and again, take a break from that meditation. Practice forgiveness, loving kindness to yourself. Send forgiveness and loving kindness to that person who was angry with you, and then to everybody in the world. Yeah, you will automatically go to joy, you'll automatically become quiet, and that is equanimity, upekha. You know the process is over, come back to your meditation. There are 4 Brahma Viharas: Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. Clear? So, evil one, when those bhikkhus had been thus advised and instructed by the Blessed One Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, then gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut, they abided pervading 1 quarter with a mind imbued with loving kindness, and a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, above, below, everywhere, as well as to themselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. And then they abided pervading 1 quarter with a mind imbued with compassion. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, above, below, around, everywhere, as well as to themselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with compassion, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. They abided pervading 1 quarter with a mind imbued with altruistic, appreciative joy. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, above, below, around, everywhere, as well as to themselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with altruistic joy, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. They abide pervading 1 quarter with a mind imbued with equanimity. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, above, below, around, everywhere, as well as to themselves, abide pervading the all-encompassing world with a mind imbued with equanimity, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. Then evil one, the Maratajjaniya, considered thus, though I do as I am doing, still I do not know the coming or the going of these virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Let me now take possession of the Brahmin householders, telling them, come now, honor, respect, revere and venerate the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are honored, respected, revered and venerated by you, some change will come about in their minds, whereby the Maratajjaniya may find an opportunity. Now let's turn and see what is 527. This time Mara's intent was to cause the bhikkhus to fall victim to pride. When somebody appreciates you, puts you up on a tree, what happens to you? Wow, ego goes up. Yeah. So they want, his intention is that this person should fall to pride now. Pride, complacency and negligence. Understood the second attack, second type of attack of Mara? Happens to you also. Yeah. Keep a check on this one. Yeah, very important. We miss this one very easily. Yeah, because you're very happy, no? Where do you see Mara in it? Arey, angel only. Rama is there. Mara is not there. No. This is also Mara. Okay. So, when perhaps they are honored, respected, revered and venerated by you, some change will come about in their minds whereby the Maratajjaniya may find an opportunity. Then evil one, the Maratajjaniya, took possession of those Brahmin householders, telling them, come now, honor, respect, revere and venerate the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are honored, respected, revered and venerated by you, some change will come about in their minds whereby the Maratajjaniya may find an opportunity. Then when the Maratajjaniya had taken possession of the Brahmin householders, they honored, respected, revered and venerated the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Now evil one, on that occasion, most of those human beings, when they died, reappeared on the dissolution of the body after death in a happy destination, even in the heavenly world, because they are honoring. Yeah, they are doing a good karma, so the immediate effect you will get of that. But check what Kakusandha now advises the bhikkhus. Then evil one, the blessed one Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, addressed the bhikkhus thus. Bhikkhus, the Maratajjaniya has taken possession of those Brahmin householders, telling them, come now, honor, respect, revere and venerate the virtuous bhikkhus of good character. Then perhaps when they are honored, respected, revered and venerated by you, some change will come about in their minds, whereby the Maratajjaniya will find an opportunity. Come bhikkhus, abide contemplating foulness in the body, perceiving repulsiveness in nutriment, perceiving disenchantment with all the world, and contemplating impermanence in all formations. Why? When somebody honors, respects and all, what happens to you? You get super excited, the ego is super excited. What will help bring it down? What is the regulator? Yeah, but how to come to that equanimity now? I am great. Everybody is honoring me. See the truth. Everything is impermanent. Come to the truth. Everything is dukkha. Foulness of the body, there is nothing great. Its own beauty is only skin deep. Look inside, what is it? It's just phlegm, bile, mucus, blood, flesh. Foul, this body stinks inside. Yeah? Where is the beauty? So these are the 4 things that he's given as what will help you depending on what took you high. Somebody appreciated you, you're super beautiful. What will you remind yourself? Foulness of the body. Got it? If somebody takes you high in some other way, yeah, you have to remind yourself this is impermanent. This position, this title, this whatever, putting me on this seat, it's impermanent and it brings dukkha with it. There is suffering, and you remind yourself about disenchantment. Matlab dispassion, disentangle. Try to recognize ki haan, ye hai, this has come as part of my past karma. Cause, effect. Yeah, there was a cause in the past, that is why there is an effect today. There is no I there. Nothing to take personally. Clear? This will help you get disenchanted from that. Yeah? Too much money comes in, you suddenly really become very rich. What happens? You get into that ego, I am rich, I am somebody. Yeah? Remind yourself, it is anicca, it is impermanent. Do you see? You apply one of the 4 formulas. What are the 4 formulas? Contemplating foulness in the body. 2. Perceiving repulsiveness in nutriment. What else is nutriment?
Like things.
Okay, things and...
Craving.
Yeah, okay, craving aversion is described before as what? Contact. You've done that sutta. Yeah, when there is contact, yeah, contact is not just body contact, it's eye contact, ear contact, nose contact, and mind contact. Yeah, so you have to remind yourself this contact is just happening because there's nutrition, and these things just feed into these bases. Yeah, but really there is no joy in an external object in that contact. Repulsiveness in nutriment. You getting it? Yeah. Earth, water, fire, air are nutrition. Yeah. For all these contacts to happen. So if you don't remember, go back to the sutta. Yeah. Repulsiveness in nutriment. Even thought. The thought, even if it's a pleasant thought, and that thought is nutrition for the mind. You understand nutriment for the mind is thought, correct? Even if it is the most pleasant thought of a loved one, but if it goes on and on and on and on and on, what does it become? It's dukkha, it's suffering. You want to be at peace. Peace means no thought. Even if it is a pleasant thought going round and round in the head, it is dukkha. Are you understanding it? So find whatever appropriate to your attraction that has caused this situation and apply the appropriate solution. Yeah? Repulsiveness in nutriment. And nutriment could be any of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body or mind. Then perceiving disenchantment with all the world. This I already told you. Dukkha. There is dukkha in everything. Everything. Everything is dukkha. Your most awaited vacation. You wanted to go and see whatever, Alps or Mount Everest, and you went up there and you saw it, and how much more? Okay, see, how much more? 2 days, 3 days, you're tired of sightseeing. Now you want to come back, but you had booked a 1 week vacation, so you're stuck. How many times have you felt that? You're like, Okay, I am there. Now what do I do? It's 4 days, I'm done, but I have 3 more days to go. You see? Yeah? Disenchantment, dukkha, dukkha. Everything is dukkha. Come to this understanding. Make an effort to see the truth as it is. Then craving will drop. Craving will not drop without you seeing that there is dukkha. Are you seeing this? And when you see dukkha, craving drops. That state is called disenchantment. Understood? No? Enchanted means? What is the meaning of enchanted? Huh? Enchanted means Mohit. Really, your name means enchantment. Did you know that? Yeah, being enchanted, becoming Mohit, jadoo kar diya. Somebody has cast a magic spell on you and you are enchanted. Yeah? Like that you are with pleasures of the world, isn't it? Yeah? They enchant you. Even if it's a small little pleasure, new app comes up. You go so crazy. After YouTube came up, what happened to you? You're stuck on YouTube. Everything you want to watch on YouTube or all the time on Netflix. You're stuck on Netflix on your phone. So you see, you get enchanted as if somebody's cast a spell on you. You get it? Disenchantment. Disenchantment happens only when you recognize that that is dukkha. Super clear? And the last part is impermanence in all formations. Impermanence. Not to take it personally. What is the meaning of not taking it personally? I keep saying it. Come to this recognition. There is no I. Come to this recognition. Understand that only in the quiet mind will this truth pop up. When you're absolutely quiet and suddenly you notice that tanha, that thirst. Yeah? And that thirst comes up in the form of a thought, and then the I goes and says, my thought. Identification happens. Abhi tak kidhar tha ye I? It identified later. First the thought came. There was nothing like mine first. Yeah? This I rises, it falls off. And you will notice it in quiet mind, quiet mind, quiet mind. There is no I for a long time, and suddenly there is an I. Where was this I for some time? Your so-called I is supposed to be continuous, no? It was born the day you were born, whatever 30, 40, 50 years ago. And it's supposed to die the day you die. It's supposed to be a continuous I. So when you meditate, there is supposed to be a continuous I there. How did you reach this state where there is no I then in quiet mind? How? Where even the drishta dissolved and then there was only darshan. How did that happen? Because your I is not continuous. Yeah, I'm just giving you a hint. You go into your meditation, experience this. Make this very strong experience that you notice it again and again and again and again. And just by noticing it again and again, it'll drop off. Stop taking life personally. Hey, nee, there is no I, then what mine, what myself? Doesn't make sense. This has to become your realization. Right now, for some of you it is your realization, for some of you it is just what Ekta is saying. Yeah, it is Ekta's truth. I have to experiment, I have to take inspiration from this, go into quiet mind, I have to really reach that state where I notice that really there is no continuous I. And when there is no continuous I, what was I thinking? And there will be a state where you'll just have tanha and no I come up. How is that happening? There will be a state where there will be complete cessation of everything. Where was this great I then? And how did you come back? Why did you not die in that cessation? Yeah, when this becomes clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer, then you see everything is cause, effect, got nothing to do with me. There's nothing to take personally. There's nothing personal about it. It's a process of cause and effect, cause and effect. Yeah? Then you will never question karma. Then you'll know karma. So you come to that experience. You'll understand the law of karma. You'll understand the law of cause and effect. Clear?
It's got nothing to do with past samskara that you experience that no one knew. Like, say,
That past sanskara was created by a past I, no?
so how does that no I won't come? I mean, is it because of past samskaras or it is because you meditated and
You're meditating and you're relaxing and relaxing and relaxing. You go into meditation. Relax, 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 relax. Go from bhukta to karta. Go from karta to drishta. From drishta, you automatically relax the drishta, you'll come to darshan. Your problem is you are looking for an experience. That's why you're not getting there. Drop that looking for an experience. Yeah, very simple. Just dissolve that drishta. There is only darshan there. Okay, in English, I told them come from the experiencer to the doer. All the time you feel I'm experiencing, I'm going through this. Come from the experiencer to the doer, which you did already actually in your meditations. You're doing this, you're going from here to here, here. Then slowly you recognize the skill of going from the doer to just being the observer. I'm not doing really. It automatically flows. I am just observing. Yeah, you come to the observer level. It's just a happening. Yeah, many times you keep jumping into doing and I'm experiencing, I'm doing, I want to experience. I'm telling you, relax that doership and experiencing thirst and just be an observer. A witness is a better word than observer. Just be a witness to what is happening. Yeah, and then as you go quieter and deeper into quieter mind, dissolve this witness also. How? Relax. Just relax and smile and let this witness just close into itself like a flower just closes up in the night. Dissolve into yourself. Yeah? Dissolve in that quiet mind. Dissolve, dissolve. There is nothing to experience. There's nothing to do. There is nothing to even witness. Just be now. No more doing, no more witnessing, just being. Here, this is where you have to drop the effort. Just be. And you will progress to darshan. Darshan is pure knowing. You have progressed from knower to knowing. From seer to just seeing. To just being. There is no I. This only you can do. Only you can do. Get it? Yeah? In this last state of darshan that I'm calling darshan, it is a state of knowingness without a knower. It is a state of being without the I. Very clear? Yeah? It is a state of seeing without the seer. You have to just dissolve, 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 dissolve. Rest, rest, relax. There is no I. Very, very clear? Did I explain it properly in English too? Okay.
So when the tanha comes up in that state, that is based on your
Past karma.
karma sanskar.
Past cause is coming to a present effect. Very simple. The thought will come up.
What is your I? The tanha is your
Past I. Don't react. Don't react. Just relax. You'll go away. Yeah? Relax and smile is the key. If you can manage this 1,000,000 times at the Drishta stage, you will easily go into darshan. Very easy.
This even to experience or basically to come to that understanding of knowingness, just the pure knowingness, that doesn't happen, as you said, like make this your experience as many times as possible. So that if it is not happening as many times as possible, could it be that the I is so strong that it's not dissolving?
Yeah, the I wants an experience. Or kitna experience? You've done enough experience in 4 days, 5 days. It's done. Experiencing is over. Now just being. Can you just be? Relax from craving for more experiencing. And just be. Now I'm just going to be. I don't meditate to reach somewhere. I don't meditate to do something. I meditate. Period. Clear? Yes? Can we? Yeah? Let's just be now. The practice of being. Not doing, not experiencing, not thirsting. Just being, dissolving. Yeah. So, evil one, when those bhikkhus had been thus advised and instructed by the Blessed One, Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, then gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut, they abided contemplating foulness in the body, perceiving repulsiveness in nutriment, perceiving disenchantment with all the world, contemplating impermanence in all formations. Most important lesson to take back: there is no I. There's nothing personal about it. Stop taking things personally. Yeah. Then, when it was morning, the Blessed One Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, dressed and taking his bowl and outer robe, he went into the village for alms, with the Venerable Vidura as his attendant. Then the Maradushi took possession of a certain boy, and picking up a stone, he struck the Venerable Vidura on the head with it and cut his head. With blood running from his cut head, the Venerable Vidura followed close behind the Blessed One Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened. Then the Blessed One Kakusandha, accomplished and fully enlightened, turned around and looked at him with the elephant look. This Maradushi knows no bounds, and with that look, evil one, the Maradushi, fell from that place and reappeared in the great hell. Let's turn back to 529 and see what does it say? The elephant look, Nagapalokita, means that without twisting his neck, he turns his whole body in order to look. The Maradushi did not die because of the Buddha's elephant look, but because the evil karma he generated in wrongdoing, a great disciple, cut off his life right on the spot. Okay. 22. Now, evil one, there are 3 names for the great hell. The hell of the 6 bases for contact, the hell of the impalement with stakes, and the hell to be felt for oneself. Let's read 530. The great hell, also called Avicii, is described in greater detail in MN 130. So you can read that later then.
But is this inserted one maybe because the hell of impalement is
नहीं hell मतलब अपना ही mind. You will be born with a very agitated mind. So you've seen people, no, who everything is fine. They are rich, they have money, they have good family, good kids, but they have an agitated mind. They are always agitated. They are always angry. They are unhappy with life. They have everything that people could ask for, but their nature is that unhappiness. Their nature is anger. Their nature is dissatisfaction. So it is in your own mind, and in that only it's defined. But you recognize, are you creating your hell? Are you born in a hell-like mind? You check and start moving towards wholesome. No, but somebody has one dominant and the other little submissive. You've seen some people, they are not on the spiritual part, but they're just happy people.
yeah.
They're only smiling and talking kindly. They're genuinely kind people. They are born in heaven.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? And that only person's spouse is a person who's always being angry. This is bad, that is bad, that is bad. That person is born in hell. Both are living under the same roof. One is living in heaven, one is living in hell. Is this clear? It is the state of your own mind. It is not a realm outside, basically. Super clear? Yeah. You see what have you been born in, and can you start moving towards wholesomeness? Clear? 22. Then, evil one, the wardens of hell came up to me and said, "Good sir, when stake meets stake in your heart, then you will know I have been roasting in hell for 1,000 years. For many a year, evil one, for many a century, for many a millennium, I roasted in that great hell. For 10 millennia, I roasted in the auxiliary of the great hell, experiencing the feeling called that of emergence from ripening." Let's look at what is 531. This feeling experienced in the auxiliary of the great hell is said to be the more painful than the feelings experienced in the great hell. Yeah? We'll discuss all this when we do the great hell chapter. Let me finish this sutta. My body had the same form as a human body, evil one, but my head had that form of a fish's head. Please don't imagine. This is just poetry put to bring across a point. All of this. Yeah? What can hell be well compared to? Wherein Doshi, roasted assailant of Vidura the disciple and the Brahmin Kakusanda, stakes of steel, even 100, each one suffered separately. These can hell be well compared to wherein Dushi roasted assailant of Vidura, the disciple and the Brahmin Kakusanda. Dark one, you have much to suffer by assaulting such a bhikkhu, an enlightened one's disciple who directly knows this fact. Basically, whoever indulges in such vicious acts will really suffer, is what is being conveyed in this little poetry. These are little shlokas, the poetic ones, which could not be converted to prose. So they have been translated, but the real essence is in Pali. In the middle of the ocean, there are mansions eon lasting, sapphire shining, fiery gleaming, with a clear translucent luster, where iridescent sea nymphs dance in complex, intricate rhythms. Dark one, you have much to suffer, who directly knows this fact. I am one who, when exhorted by the enlightened one in person, shook Megara's mother's palace with his toe, the order watching. Dark one, you have much to suffer, who directly knows this fact. I am one who, wielding firmly, strengthened of supernormal powers, shook all Vijayanta palace with his toe to incite the gods. Dark one, you have much to suffer, who directly knows this fact. I am one who in that palace posed to succor this question. Do you know then, friend, deliverance in cravings utter destruction? Whereupon Saka then answered truly to the question asked him. Dark one, you have much to suffer, who directly knows this fact. I am one who thought of posing Brahma this question in Sudhamma hall in heaven. Is there still found in you, friend, the wrong view you once accepted? Do you see the radiance surpassing that in the Brahma world? Brahma then answered my question truthfully and in due sequence. There is found in me no longer, sir, the wrong view that once I held. Indeed, I see the radiance surpassing that in the Brahma world. Today, how could I maintain that I am permanent and eternal? Dark one, you have much to suffer, who directly knows this fact. I am one who by liberation has touched the peak of Mount Sinero, visited the Pubba Vedahans grove, and whatever humans dwell on earth, Dark one, you have much to suffer by assaulting such a bhikkhu, an enlightened one's disciple, who directly knows this fact. There has never been found a fire which intends, let me burn the fool. But a fool who assaults a fire burns himself by his own doing. So it is with you, O Mara, by assaulting the Tathagata. Like a fool who plays with fire, you only burn yourself alone. By assaulting the Tathagata, you generate much demerit. Evil one, do you imagine that your evil will not ripen? Doing thus, you store up evil, which will last long, O end maker. Mara, shun the enlightened one. Play no more your tricks on bhikkhus. So the bhikkhu chastened Mara in the Besakala thicket, whereupon the sombre spirit disappeared right then and there. It is your job to make your Mara disappear. You ashame your Mara, you send loving kindness, forgiveness, joy. It is your job to figure out your way. Got it? Because it is inside. Buddha can just give you an outside technique that you follow these steps inside. But who has to walk inside? I have to do it. Nice Sutta. So we go back to meditation. Remember to do your forgiveness, loving kindness whenever all Mara's attacks come up. Yes? Loving kindness to Mara also. Because it is a part of you. A part of you that has become hard and stiff and negative and unwholesome. It's a part of you only. needs a little love, a little softening. So you do that for yourself. Yes. Chalo. Let's meditate.